Hello, everyone. This is Slatter.
Antonio Turner.
Welcome to another edition of GTA's Heat Check. If you haven't already, make sure you follow GTA Sports Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel GTA Sports. Follow GTA Heat Check as well on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and check out GTASportsNet.com for all things in the world of sports that we cover here. Tone, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Can't complain, man. But do I just jump right into it? Because I mean, you know what we here for. You know what
I saw
what I've been waiting
late night last night. I saw Instagram post last night. I just saw.
Yeah, man.
He couldn't wait for it to come on air.
Nah,
got to throw a teaser out there.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna hold y'all up, man. Look, we gonna talk about it like this. Y'all call him playoff P. I call him way off P, lay off P, and I stay off P. Lakers in 5. But it's just this man. Shout out to before we even get into the numbers. Shout out to his agent Aaron Mintz at CAA. That man is a magician. The mathematic magician.
I mean,
every time PG get counted out and we say he's done, he's this and that, his value goes down, he gets a check. Every time. Every time. We thought he was an OKC Thunder. He was on stage. Him and Russ was gonna run it back one more time. This fool ends up getting forced out to the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
And now this man is over $220 million over the next 5 years.
What's that? 40 plus. It's about 40 plus. Yeah, 40 plus.
For those of y'all that haven't seen the Instagram post, I made it very clear. Clearly, the Clippers must be on crack.
They on crack?
They gotta be on something. You don't. I mean, listen. I don't partake in drugs. Say no to drugs, kids. Say no to drugs.
Yeah, say absolutely.
But we don't make you sign Paul George to $226 million. You can smoke some of the Cali Kush. You can smoke some of Snoop's finest. Wiz Khalifa.
I was about to say, Wiz and Snoop, it don't matter.
You're not gonna sign Paul George to no 5-year max extension. I'm sorry. We don't make your mind do nothing like that.
He might have been signing that when he
might be smoking
that when he signed a contract.
What you smoking on comes out of the glass.
Especially now.
Like, you gotta be on some opioid or something. You on some LSD. You on something heavy.
They pill popping.
He doing more than pill pop. You don't sign Paul George to no $226 million deal.
I have a question though.
I might have an answer.
What's their choice?
I beg your pardon?
What's their choice? They traded
4 picks. It was 5.
5 picks. Oh, 5 picks.
5.
Shea Alexander, Danilo Gallinari. That's 7. There's 2 players and 5 picks. First rounders.
I'm a father of 3 boys.
Right.
So I'm a firm believer in tough love, right? Didn't nobody tell them to do that?
But they already did it.
It don't matter.
So now you got to live with your consequences.
You've been playing. It's like anything. It's like anything else. You a football guy, so we'll take it to the football.
Right.
When you fall behind, okay, your boy Kirk Cousins, okay, great example. You're mad at Kirk Cousins for having your team go 1-5. Yeah. Now he's fighting for a playoff position at the end, when really, had he just did his job from jump, he wouldn't have to fight for the position he's fighting. Now he's fighting for the last playoff spot at the end of the regular season, when really, in all actuality, based on the level of talent, the coaching ability, the play calling, the Vikings should not be fighting for the last spot, honestly.
I agree.
And
I'm not even gonna have a choice either.
I'm not even being biased. Y'all have the talent.
Absolutely.
Justin Jefferson, as a rookie, putting up Randy Moss numbers on one side, and that's your wide out. You got Adam Thielen turn the clock back every time he goes out on the field. You got Dalvin Cook. Every time you run with the ball, you're going to win with him. So, I mean, and then Captain Kirk, when he's Captain Kirk, and you know what I'm saying? When he decides to be Captain Kirk,
yeah, but we got to live with it.
He can throw the ball better than Ryan Tannehill.
Well, yeah, well, we got to look at the choices, man, because they paid him.
They did pay him.
They paid him in the offseason, so we stuck with him either way.
They paid him. Y'all like stuck with Zimmerman too.
Yeah, exactly. They both signed extensions in the offseason.
Right. So here's my thing to you. Back to the Clipper conversation. Because clearly the Clippers are on some type of crack. Hashtag Clippers on crack. I didn't want to say it on Instagram. I was going to just save it for the podcast, but that's how I feel. I feel like,
look, I agree. I don't think he deserves it either. He might deserve an extension, but a max extension, no.
I understand why they did it. They looked at it like this. We moved heaven and earth to get
they have a choice.
Kawhi and Paul George here. Now we got to move heaven and earth back where we found it to get y'all to stay.
Well, they got to keep Paul George. You don't really have to keep Kawhi because Kawhi came as a free agent.
True, but hold on. Here's the thinking behind it. I see the play. I got enough foresight to see the play. Okay, Kawhi said, I'm only going to sign to you if you get my mans. So now they said, okay.
We signed your mans.
We got your mans locked in for 5 years to show you that we're committed to making you two the guys. We're going to build around you guys. Now, granted, we don't have no first-round picks for the next
4 to 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, really, it's like 2 or 3 years.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, fine. But we'll get whatever we can to build around y'all. We'll pick up some free agents if we can find some and, work out a veteran minimal or mid-level.
Right.
We'll work around you guys. We're committed to making you two the guys.
I mean, I get why they did it.
Locked in. So when you get to that moment, if you want to explore the market, fine, but you always got a spot here with us, and your man PG's already locked in, so you ain't got to worry about us shipping him out.
Right. But they got worse. That's the worst part of the offseason.
True. They didn't get better.
They did not get better. Maybe a better coach for them, maybe.
Maybe.
That's
and I don't even know if I can say that.
But that's the one bit. That's maybe. That's why I said maybe. That's the one bright spot in my opinion.
I mean, I like Ty Lue as a person. He seems like a dope coach. Like I would play for him.
I like Serge too. I like Serge.
Serge is good too. Yeah.
Losing Montrezl doesn't help nothing.
Say it again.
Losing Montrezl doesn't help anything.
No.
Y'all about to trade,
and they're gonna lose Lou Williams too. He ain't staying.
Yeah, y'all about to trade Lou sooner than later.
He gotta go.
Exactly. I mean,
I gotta go because once you have a player that disrupts the chemistry in the locker room, you can't keep them there.
Well, one or two gonna be gone. Lou Williams or Patrick Beverly or both.
Or both, yeah. I would drop both. I would at this point.
He got no value though.
Huh?
Patrick Beverly has how much trade value he got? Slim to none.
If we being honest, it's definitely not on the high tip.
Well, Lou Williams got a lot because Lou is Lemon Pepper Lou is what we call him.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody want Lou Williams, a la Philadelphia, Doc Rivers don't want Lou Williams.
Yeah, I'm hearing reports. The Clippers may try to see if Darren Collison is in shape. Because I heard reports that
he wanted to go to LA anyway last year. One of them.
Right. Reports have been coming out through various sources that the reason why the Lakers reneged on signing Darren Collison last year.
He wasn't in basketball shape.
He wasn't in shape.
He was enjoying retirement.
Mm-hmm. The reports came out that he tried out and he just wasn't there.
Yeah.
So that's the report. But he's still on their board that if we need another guard, we'll go after him.
Right.
Clippers really need a point guard bad.
Desperately.
They really need
to like Luke Kennard,
JJ. They need to call JJ Redick while they playing.
I like Luke Kennard though.
Huh?
I like Luke Kennard from Detroit. They got.
Yeah, they picked him.
I like him. He's a nice shooter.
It's funny they got Reggie Jackson and Kennard now, so that's funny.
Yeah, I mean I like Reggie too. He ain't really a point guard, but I like him.
I'm talking as far as the Detroit connection.
Oh yeah, I mean I like him though. I like Reggie Jackson. He okay as a point guard. He a good guard though.
But I mean, but we got to address the front office because Dr. West, Ballmer, whoever made these calls,
Dr. West Ballmer,
I have to ask the brass this question because clearly somebody's smoking crack.
It is getting old.
Whatever. You just signed Paul George. $226 million over the next 5 years for making excuses, blaming everyone else but himself, and shooting threes on the side of a backboard in the playoffs. Tone, help me.
I can't help you.
I'm trying to compute this in my brain.
Look,
because I want to figure out how to get the bag the same way PG get the bag. Because he's getting the bag.
We need his agent.
Half-ass it. I just want to know how.
We need his agent. It sounds like.
Huh?
We need his agent.
His agent is a goat. Aaron Fitz is the truth.
Look,
I don't know what he.
We know Paul. See, we're a little more biased than most, though, too.
What you mean?
Because it's Indiana connection.
Oh.
We know what he did. What he didn't do here.
Right.
What he did do, and then what he didn't do.
Well, in his defense, based on the interview he did with All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, which we kind of already knew this backstory, but he finally went out.
He finally said it, like 4 years later.
We knew, right? We knew there was some issues going on with Larry Bird and Kevin Pritchard.
Yeah, switching over.
Telling him, "Oh, you're the guy. We're gonna build around you. We want you here."
Well, yeah.
And then, yet when trade deadline is approaching, you're in trade talks. After we just had a conversation that I'm your guy.
Yeah.
Then when I tell you, yo, AD wants to come play. Now that we know who the name is, because for the longest he didn't say the name.
Yeah, everybody thought it was Blake.
I thought it was Blake. I ain't even gonna
lie.
He said I thought it was Blake.
He said superstar forward.
I thought it was Blake.
And Blake was the only superstar forward. AD wasn't a superstar yet.
To each his own. I mean, maybe he was a superstar. He just wasn't on national television because the Pelicans weren't a national televised team.
And he was young though. This is young AD. We're talking 4 years ago.
Yeah, definitely. The fact that the Pacers just came out and flat out said we're not doing it because we're a small market team lets me know certain franchises, which we already know this.
Yeah.
They may talk like they're trying to contend for a championship, but we already know they're not contending.
Is that why Victor Oladipo is out the door sooner than
Miles too?
Well, we agree he needs to be though.
The only player that's going to stay there, and
Sabonis and Brogdon.
I was gonna say Sabonis and Brogdon, yeah, but I don't see them staying forever. I think once they catch wind, Aaron Holiday too. Those kind of players.
Sabonis could stay though. You could build around a big man.
Yeah, but I mean, like it depends on what he wants to do.
Because he's not gonna ever. Sabonis, do you see him really having a star power?
Yeah.
No, he's going great. I love Sabonis.
Yeah, no. He has star power. The problem is he's still in Indiana.
No, I mean like superstar though. Like he's an all-star. That's why I see Sabonis as an all-star.
He's better than Chris. He's better than Chris Middleton. He's better than Chris Middleton.
Well, yeah, obviously.
He's an all-star. So I don't want to devalue him by putting him in a box with those kind of guys.
And I'm just saying though, because like Oladipo, you already know it. He got the personality and everything.
Do we? Because personality, he don't got the personality when it comes to the media. Because he's telling the media, "Oh, they lying on me. I never said that, but we already know you probably did, and now you're trying to cover your tracks."
Yeah, he in the drought though. Now. He in the drought because of his injury and stuff.
Oladipo, whether we like it or not, is about to become a villain.
That's about the only way he's gonna get paid big bucks.
He's not gonna be able to be the good guy and get paid. It's not gonna happen. The media has already decided his fate, and no matter what he does to try to reverse it,
well, it's not gonna work. He's not gonna get what he wants from the Pacers anyway.
Again, the money he wants. Back to the Paul George story.
Because he's not getting a supermax.
No,
I don't think he deserves a supermax either.
No,
maybe a mini max. Maybe a mini max. We could talk about that.
At best. That's all he could really hope for at this point. But while we're on the Clipper conversation, and I'll get Pandemic P, we give him enough shine for right now. I don't even like talking about him like this. I hate the fact that
Just
he's the
15
highlight.
minutes.
Huh?
A good 10, 15 minutes of
I hate
Paul
the
George.
fact that he's the highlight right now because I can't stand him. But I want to talk about his partner, Kawhi. If I'm Kawhi Leonard,
right,
I'm looking at my roster right now, a team that I have to go to war with for 72 games in the regular season plus the postseason. This roster, as it's constructed,
yeah, it's not enough.
This roster right here has to go through Luka, has to go through the Joker, has to go through Dame, has to go through Zion, has to go through Ja Morant, has to go through. You get where this is going, right? Like I can name
like,
Devin Booker and CP3.
That's what I say. You get
DeAndre Fox in Sacramento. Even though I talk about them like crazy, they're still talented. I'm not going to deny that.
Exactly,
I mean, they're talented. And then you got the Lakers,
just waiting, just sitting there waiting.
Like they got better. Like let's not sit here. I'm not a LeBron fan. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not a LeBron fan. I could care less. The day he retires, I'm gonna celebrate because I'm tired of seeing him.
You and me both.
I'm over the hype. Like, yo, you've done enough. Go home. Just go home. Go home, Roger. Go home.
He didn't
like,
really.
I'm at that point. I want him to say, "I've had a great career." My son's coming into the league.
You heard what he said about that, right?
Of course, I heard the reports. I know.
Yeah, that's why he came out and said that he was on Richard Jefferson's
He admitted
podcast.
it. I knew it was coming. I knew. But see,
he finally admitted it.
What he didn't say was catching Kareem is what he's really chasing after.
Well, yeah,
the timeline coincides with his son and being a free agent, and then wherever his son lands, I'm gonna go.
I don't think he'll catch Kareem though.
I
don't think he's gonna catch Kareem. The numbers are disgusting.
According to I don't know if it was Skip Bayless. It might have been Skip over Undisputed on Fox Sports. He said the timeline of his contract as it is now with those extra years, he could catch it.
He would have to average what he's averaging for 4 more years. With AD as the lead. I mean, he said AD is already going to be the number one option. That's what he said.
I didn't say he would do it, but the point of the matter is this. If you're Kawhi and you see the Lakers got better, pretty much every Western Conference team minus Houston
and Golden State.
Houston's in limbo, and we're gonna talk about them later. That's the next. That's next. We'll get to them in a second. But that's a whole nother segment in itself because I got a few different things I want to touch on that. I have a very. I've never been a fan of James Harden because of how he plays, but now because of what's going on down there, I got a whole separate segment for him. I really don't like him as a person now. He's coming off like an asshole, just being honest.
Well, absolutely, he is.
But and I say that respectfully because I got a beard too, so I'm saying that respectfully. But if I'm Kawhi, I'm thinking, damn, I didn't want to join LeBron and get cheap rings that way, but I feel like I might have joined the wrong team in LA.
Yeah, absolutely, he did.
These guys, this office. I mean, granted, I'm sure.
I mean, they got it. They got the dog in them, but outside of Paul George, everybody else, Patrick Beverly got the dog in them. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Jackson got it in them.
But I mean, if I'm Kawhi, I'm thinking, where's the talent? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
y'all expect me to drop 35, 40 a night? What are we doing?
Exactly.
And then the NBA's coming down on me about load management. They doing everything but saying my name. They are literally doing everything but saying my name. That's a direct.
I saw that Silver interview.
Yeah, that's a direct shot at Kawhi. I don't care what they say.
And he was like, "Yeah, okay, y'all not doing on national TV, basically."
Yeah, if it's a national televised game, you have to play.
I'm not doing when I'm on ABC, ESPN, TNT. Be great.
Yeah, now if it's a game,
I don't care if y'all do it. Just don't do it when we got.
It's a blackout game. Yeah, like you can chill out. But if it's a game that you know you're gonna be on big screen, you need to show up, suit up, and get it done.
Exactly. That's shot LeBron too, but
it was. But he plays most of his games.
Yeah.
If I'm Kawhi, honestly, after what happened this postseason, the fact that y'all barely, and I do mean by the skin of your teeth, got past Luka.
Yeah, because they should have lost.
They should have lost the first round. It should have been a first round knockout.
Porzingis never got hurt. Porzingis never got hurt.
If Porzingis was healthy, and when he's healthy, y'all in trouble. And don't let Giannis go to Dallas. Come here and reports about that, and we'll get to that a little later.
Oh, the overseas connection.
You know Mark Cuban good with them foreigners.
He probably played against Porzingis before. I can see that. They about the same.
Sure.
I don't know about Luka. Luka would have been really young.
You never know.
Luka been playing since he was 16, 15.
He played in the adult league at like a young 15, age.
16, yeah.
So he might have played against Giannis. But I'm hearing reports about that. And then Luka wants Joker to come down there.
Ooh.
They're real close. Yeah, they're real close.
That. Ooh, I like that.
They're real close.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah,
I kind of like that one.
You got Porzingis, Joker, and
Luka? No, I'm gonna need Porzingis in the trade though, but
that would suck. But yeah.
If I gotta get Joker, you gotta give me Porzingis.
I mean, the Joker's pretty healthy. He don't get sick very often. Again with Kawhi, I'm thinking if we don't get to the finals this year, I'm leaving in 2021. I'm not staying here. Even though I'm home and I want to be in San Diego with my family and this and that, this team, I literally and the thing about it is, it's poetic justice because you gutted the team just to get here.
Exactly.
They did it for you.
I got a funny feeling he's gonna stay because of the other report that they're divas. Kawhi and Paul George get special treatment, as they should. I mean, most superstars do.
You say you think his value went down?
I'm not saying his value went down. I just think when you get special treatment, other players don't. You get used to it and comfortable. He gets to go home to San Diego every day.
Yeah, but he got special treatment when he was in Toronto too, though.
I mean, he gets to go home every day, gets a private jet, all that. Come to practice, don't come to practice. They not finding. You know what I'm saying? I'm guessing. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Nah, they were canceling practices. That's reported.
Okay, exactly.
Paul George and Kawhi were determining when the team practiced and when they didn't practice. They had that kind of power.
That's what I'm saying.
They didn't feel like practicing. There wasn't no practice.
So why would you then? Why would you leave if you could do that? You ain't doing that on any team.
I don't think Kawhi wants to feel that level of embarrassment again, though, either. Because y'all got hyped up to be the battle of LA.
They embarrassed themselves, though.
They did, but I'm saying, like, I don't think he wants to feel that again.
Because I ain't never seen Kawhi do commercials and all that until we got to LA. Talking about, oh, I'm home now, the champ is here. What the Clippers ever won, sir? I ain't winning the Clippers ever. They ain't got to a conference finals yet. Talk to me when you get to a conference finals. We got 16 banners in LA.
Hashtag Clippers on crack.
Exactly.
They on that.
You heard Doc Rivers' response. He said, what's the difference of me leaving and Lou being Tyronn Lue? Tyronn Lue was next to me.
Ty Lue learned from Doc.
He was just like, Ty Lue was right there. He ain't a new coach. He's my assistant head coach.
I'm glad you brought up the coach conversation. Let's go ahead.
And I like Ty Lue.
I do too. Well, let's go ahead and get down to Houston because you made a great point about coaches and especially black coaches. Ain't that many of them?
Exactly.
Stephen Silas is obviously the new head coach of Houston. First year head coach. Exactly. Been assistant coach around the league for years.
I didn't know he'd been an assistant coach that long.
Mm-hmm.
He don't look old. That's why I said.
Yeah, I know his father was a coach for LeBron back in the day.
His father was great. Paul, his father was amazing.
Yeah. Reports came out this morning, early this morning, late last night.
Yeah.
That James Harden put in trade requests as soon as he found out that Stephen Silas was the new head coach. I'm gonna tell you why I have a problem with that.
Yeah, I got a huge problem with that.
It's no secret, and I'm sure that the media ain't gonna want to hear this because it's one of those sensitive topics, but we're gonna keep it real. Black coaches in the NBA and the NFL.
Yeah.
are on an extremely short leash, probably shorter than my chain right here. To the point where they're put in positions to fail. So that way, the owners or of a lighter complexion,
they get put on sorry teams.
They lose, they get fired.
Or they build them up.
Or
they build them up and get
they build them up and then fire them and bring in a counterpart of a lighter complexion to get the job done.
Mark Jackson.
A la Dwayne Casey.
Yeah, Dwayne Casey, Mark Jackson. I mean, Doc got lucky. Doc got built up Boston. He did get to build up Boston.
Who?
Doc got lucky when he was in Boston, though. He got
that was the except. You know what? Honestly,
he got lucky. He had Paul Pierce, but he was able to build him up.
That was the exception to the rule. I think it was
the
really
only exception I can think of in the NBA.
And one could argue that because it was a black coach is a reason why they didn't have a dynasty. Like the league made sure.
Well, yeah, he got them late. You know what I'm saying? He got Kevin Garnett.
I mean, again,
at the end of their prime. They're not in their prime. They just
they don't
leadership.
They're not gonna give you a prime KD, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. Why would they do that? I mean, you can and then a young Rajon Rondo.
Years, what you want?
Yeah, if we give you everything you need to be successful, then you're gonna look good, and we don't want that. We don't want you to look good. We want you to just get by.
And then speaking of NFL, outside of Mike Tomlin going to a great organization,
it was already a well-oiled machine. All he had to do was
they was already making playoffs.
They wanted Mike Tomlin to be Anthony Lynn.
Yeah,
they wanted Tomlin to be a Mike Flores or Brian Flores. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Mike Tomlin because he's the third head coach they ever had in Pittsburgh. They only had 3 head coaches. They whole
existence
in 60 years.
James Harden is a part of the problem because you got superstar players who egos are so out of whack. They figure, okay, the coach that made me the man I am today is in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He didn't hold me accountable. He didn't make me play defense. He let me be me. He let me shoot that ball as much as I want to. I'm going to go play for him. It's just like a kid having 2 parents. One parent buys all the toys, fruits, snacks, and the other parent is a disciplinarian. Well,
I want to go with the fun parent.
I'm a fun parent because anytime I want something, if I'm in the store, if I put it in the cart, she gonna buy it for me.
I ain't got no curfew.
Yeah, so
eat what I want, all that. Yeah.
James Harden comes off to me right now like an asshole because you're basically sabotaging the black coach that's already at a disadvantage, that already has a short leash. You're setting him up to fail because you're leaving him in limbo. He can't maneuver and structure his roster because you refuse to show up. You want to go out to the club. You want to go out and celebrate your little baby birthday.
Now he got test negative for a week.
And he's going to miss the preseason. Like, I'm calling it now. He's going to miss preseason.
And now he's going to be cold coming into the game, into the NBA. It's going to take him about a couple weeks, 2 weeks to a month. They already lost 6 games messing with him.
Yeah.
And now you're knocking off 2 years off Steve Silas' contract to get fired.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You knock off at least a year, maybe 2. And at that point, now you trade him.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that James Harden.
Hey, I'm a James Harden fan. You know that.
It ain't cool. You don't play with a man's livelihood.
My thing is, didn't give him a chance yet. That's my problem.
He didn't give him a shot. He put in the request to trade.
As soon as Mike D'Antoni left, but
yeah,
but you gotta give the man a shot, though.
So I'm hearing he wants to go to the Bucks. Obviously 76ers.
That's annoying.
Brooklyn.
All championship team.
I believe it was one more team involved in that. I can't quite remember it off the top of my head right now.
Was it Miami?
Oh yeah, it was Miami. Thank you. Miami.
Yeah, Miami. He gonna pick all teams that can't afford him.
I could break each of these down very easily and tell you where he's gonna probably end up at in the East.
Philly is your best shot.
Philly is your best shot. Yeah, you got it. Philly's your best shot. Or in a strange twist of events, Brooklyn gives up Kyrie Irving.
That's the only way I'm doing it if I'm Houston. That's the only one I'll take the trade if I get Kyrie.
As far as Milwaukee, I mean, like you said earlier, Drew Holiday's on the table, but I really wouldn't do that. We just got him.
They just got him. I mean, but that's the only one I'm trading for James Harden. I need Drew Holiday in return and Chris Middleton. I need both. And James Harden and Giannis together, is that enough for a title?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
It's not because, first of all, people forget they had a little beef. They had a little beef anyway. Remember the All-Star game?
James Harden and Giannis?
Yeah, remember Giannis was going to pick James Harden. He's like,
somebody's going to pass me the ball.
I need somebody that's going to pass me the ball. And then James Harden made fun of the fact that how you MVP when you shooting less than 20 feet inside the court.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I see.
He said if I was 7 foot with a crazy wingspan, I'd be MVP too.
Oh yeah, they petty.
So
yeah, I would say Philly would be his best contending.
But then you're sending Ben Simmons to Houston because they ain't coming off of nothing. They got to come off Ben Simmons.
I would. If I'm Philly, because Ben Simmons can't stay healthy. Y'all talking about the future? He been there 6 years.
Man, it's time to move on.
Joel too, but we don't want Joel. He a big man. He ain't gonna. Joel got 2-3 more good years left,
and he don't stay healthy.
That's what I'm saying. If he stay healthy, he going downhill in about 2-3 years. His talent-wise, 7 foot, 300 pounders don't last in the NBA like that.
True.
In the game of shooter, and he tried to shoot it. He not consistent 3-point shooter. Right. He better than Miles Turner.
But if I'm Houston, I got John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins coming back together. I need Harden out of Houston because he's gonna mess up the team chemistry in the locker room.
You build around them two and EJ and Christian Wood. I like Christian Wood. You
still got Daniel House too.
They do got House. I'm trying to think of their roster now.
You still got Ben McLemore too.
Ben McLemore, I think so. They probably signed him somehow.
They got a nice situation. Make it work. I think they re-signed Gerald Green too. Don't hold me to that though.
He a nice piece. I mean, he getting up there too though.
They got rid of Austin Rivers, signed him to the Knicks.
Austin went to the Knicks? No, I stayed on the Knicks.
Well, the story goes, Philly wanted Austin Rivers really bad, and then when Doc got there, Doc pretty much told him, "Don't do that," because, his explanation was, he said that my son became a better player once he left me from the Clippers, and he said that the scrutiny that he was under in LA.
Oh, he is in New York. I'm thinking of the Curry. Curry's in Philly. Okay.
Yeah, no. The Curry's fine.
I got confused. I got them too confused. Okay.
Yeah, he said when it came to his son Austin, he got a lot of backlash when he signed him to that big deal in LA. They feel like he was getting overpaid, that $100 million contract.
He kind of was, but
so he didn't want that to happen again. He said my son became a better player once he left and went to Houston. So he didn't want. Yeah. So he told him to go ahead and go to New York instead of Philly.
Okay. Yeah,
that's why he ended up in New York. He really was trying to go to Philly, wanted them bad. Like they but nah.
Yeah. They got Curry and Dwight, right? Ain't Dwight in Philly?
Oh, that's nice. That pick and roll, if they on the court at the same time, oh yeah. That pick and roll gonna be nice.
If Joel is not healthy, throw Dwight in.
One thing you can't say about Dwight at this point in his career is that he's not healthy.
Yeah. Took some time, but he got there.
So if I'm Harden, I understand you want to run to the East because you know you can't compete in the West. That's what it look like to me.
Well, and Houston's not trading them to the West.
True.
Not to a contender.
It looks like all the Western Conference juggernauts are, if they can't win, they're like, well, LeBron's out here now, so we got to go to the East now.
Yeah, I'm not trading them to nobody in the West. Not a contender. You better go Sacramento somewhere.
Oh, what's funny? Somebody said that in the comments. They was like, if James Harden don't get his act together, he's gonna end up in Sacramento. I said,
know what that does? That make them a playoff contender.
That makes them a sleeper team.
That no defense is gonna get played.
No defense.
Because they barely play defense now in Sacramento. But
And
De'Aaron
James
Fox
Harden
is
does
the same
not
time.
help that at all.
James Harden and De'Aaron Fox are the same team. Woo! That boy. My king, me being liking the Kings is going to dramatically go up.
They'll go 7 games first round.
They can get out the first with James Harden.
No.
Because De'Aaron could go for 45 too.
Did you forget that fast about Marvin Bagley's health?
We threw him out the equation. Wait, I don't know the dude's name, Bilovich. Yeah, we got him. We just start him. Harrison Barnes, we'll use Harrison Barnes, whatever. Buddy Hield.
Overpaid. Next.
Raquan Holmes. I think that's his name, Raquan Holmes. That's a center. Harry Giles. Can I get Harry Giles?
You was better off saying Willie Cauley-Stein, even though he ain't go to state now.
Exactly.
You better off saying he ain't that good either. Ooh. He ain't nothing but a poor man's little flip / Rudy Gobert.
Just a 7-foot little flip, big brother.
He's a little flip big brother. Yep. Harden's team options, I mean, with that contract, being he got 2 years left for Houston, I mean, he may have to stick it out another year or at least to the trade deadline.
Well, I mean, the only way he could get traded is not show up at all.
He already started that process.
Exactly. I was going to say, he just not show up to the game. That's the only way he's going to get dealt sooner than later.
Wow.
Because I'm not trading James Harden for 2 bags of potato chips.
Right.
I need some steak in return.
The value of his contract and his output in the postseason just don't add up to me, bottom line.
And he acting like a diva now.
Oh, he been acting like a diva.
He ain't really acting like one now, though.
We just ain't noticed it the last couple of years. He been acting like a diva. How you get all these superstars to come down to Houston and play with you and you ain't made it work with none of them? Dwight, CP3, Westbrook, your boy. That's your boy.
You see Westbrook, he all happy now.
Oh, yeah.
In Washington.
Because he knows who he is. He's like,
I don't think it has nothing to do with Houston. I think it has more to do with Scott Brooks, but
there's that, and then it's just a matter of
and Bradley Beal. They low key. Them say his last podcast, they a playoff team.
Yeah.
They should be.
Definitely. Even and honestly, if Harden leaves Houston, which I hope he does for the simple fact I don't want him to destroy the chemistry in the locker room, they can still make the playoffs. Now, granted, they won't be a top 3 team in the West. They'll be more like a bottom 6,
7 or 8.
Yeah, they'll be at the bottom.
They might be fighting for a play-in game.
But
because I got Golden State in the playoffs. Still.
Oh yeah, no. Golden State is gonna make sure they get back on top, whether they got Klay Thompson or not. They're gonna find their way back.
I don't know about they can't go championship, but they can.
No, I ain't say that. When I say back on top, I don't mean win a championship this year. I'm saying they're gonna get back
5 seed, 6 seed
competition, middle of the pack. Yeah,
I see that.
I'll tell you where Harden could go. That would it won't happen, but it would definitely impact the league if he did. If Harden found his way to Minnesota, it won't happen, but it won't happen.
No, it won't, because I'm going to need – if you're not trading cats, so I'm going to need Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo.
Okay.
Is that easy?
I would do it.
Then Cat going to want to be traded. If you trade D'Angelo, Cat going to want to be gone.
Yeah, because I don't see Cat and James getting along. That's the problem. That's why I said it won't happen. Cat's clearly ultra sensitive, so the slightest sign of disrespect, he's out of there. He don't want to mess with you no more.
And he not getting the ball either. He's 25 and 12.
Hey man, get your big butt down in the post. You could be in the post anyway.
Yeah.
Doing too much at the top of the key, like you a Reggie Miller or something. Yeah. Well, look, enough about the basketball for now. Of course, we have preseason games starting Friday night, December 11th. According to reports, LeBron and AD will not be playing against the Clippers in the preseason game.
I heard that. KD's playing.
KD's playing.
He supposed to be playing in the preseason.
Oh, but he needs to though. He got to get his reps in.
I don't know about Kyrie, but I know they did say KD said he's supposed to be playing preseason. They're gonna try him out at all the positions.
How you feel about that?
Yeah. He kind of already do that though. It's his game. Okay. He's still a 3, but he technically could play all 5 of them if he wanted to.
Right.
Not really a point guard, but he could play the rest of them.
Yeah, I think he needs to put the reps in, and that's why they're more willing to let him play. You haven't played 18 months off an Achilles tear. You got to get.
What's that need? Kyrie need to be out there too, but
I would agree. But if he don't at this point,
that's what I'm saying. Speaking of divas, he definitely
put that man on the trading block. I'm over him.
I can see John Wall and DeMarcus playing. They need to be out there a little bit.
Yeah,
Steph gonna be out there. Curry gonna be out there. All the ones that ain't played, they want to go out there.
Yeah, they got to go out there and show the world.
All the playoff teams gonna be like, man, I don't want to go out there right now.
Say who?
All the playoff teams.
Yeah.
And from the bubble, like, I ain't trying to go out there. All the non-playoff teams need to be out there. They like, we try to play basketball, man.
The whole Kyrie thing with the media really bothers me a lot because, again, it's like if he's not getting no attention for anything positive,
yeah.
So him writing that release that press statement explaining why he okay with getting fined by the media.
Yeah, I saw that.
Who cares? Who cares?
And the crazy part is, it's in their contracts. It's in NBA contracts. You have to do press and media.
I had a feeling. It was.
Yeah, it's in their contracts. Like, that's your job. It's part of your job. You try to say media, you blame it on media. Don't shit.
Look, man, I love his shoes, but I can't stand him off the court. He is mental. So we're gonna move forward. We're gonna talk football real quick. We're gonna just go ahead and put the NBA aside for a minute. We got about 11 days left before the official preseason starts. They're still doing training, or is it? No, this is preseason now, right? So preseason on the 11th.
For what?
The regular season starts 22nd, right?
Oh, NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it starts today. Preseason starts today. 22nd, 23rd, or something like that.
It's official. 22nd. Because the Pacers play the Knicks on 23rd. They play the second day.
Okay.
But let's talk NFL. We in week 14 or 15?
Week 14.
14. So my first order of business, teams that I was not expecting to have to talk about this season. A team with no name. Washington football team. And a team with no running back. No running game at all. And that's the New York Giants.
Oh, yeah. No Saquon, at least. And no quarterback. Daniel out, too.
And they're still in the hunt for a playoff position. How is this possible, Tom? Explain this. How is this possible?
Put like this. I am shocked about Washington. I'm not as shocked because I just didn't trust Alex Smith's leg. I know he was the best quarterback option out of 3. I didn't want him to get sacked at all, though. He's been getting sacked and his leg is holding up. So, honestly, that's why I think they are the best team.
Did you see that last week he got cleated in the ankle? It was bleeding.
Yeah.
That was scary.
It bled his ankle up.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, see, I don't want to see we got time for, you had 18 surgeries, man.
18. Ooh, wow.
Exactly.
Ooh.
It was a bunch
my head hurt thinking about that.
They got infected, so you had to keep having surgery.
Right.
And they had to take all that skin off his other. Oh God. And rebuild it was nuts. That's why I was scared for the man's life.
Gruesome.
But as we know, he's not he might be the current. He's the present, but he ain't the future now.
Right.
They got to find a quarterback after Smith get paid too much money.
So what happened with Dwayne Haskins? What happened with that?
Ron Rivera said, "You ain't my quarterback." They was losing with him. Without him, they've been winning. And then Kyle Allen was his quarterback, really.
Okay.
Remember, because he brought him from Carolina with him.
Right.
He ended up getting hurt. He broke his collarbone or something like that. Fractured or something. So now he's out. So now we gotta go to Alex Smith, the third. He was the third string quarterback.
The one you said he got to get hit first before I put him on the gridiron.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said because I didn't trust. Would you trust that? Exactly.
I wouldn't be in that position. But then again, this is a team with no name. So what do you expect?
But I knew
And
he was
all
a
that
better
time to think
quarterback.
the name
But
and keep home.
I'm kind of shocked with the Giants too, to be honest. I like Danny Downs though.
I do too.
Danny Downs was always decent. I always liked Danny Downs. But no Saquon, the new coach, I was like, it's gonna be rough. It's still kind of rough. We still talking about the NFC league. We're talking about two teams with 5 wins here.
It's crazy. Speaking of teams in the what you call the NFC least, the Philadelphia Eagles started Hurts over Wentz, and it's official. Hurts will be starting over Wentz going into Week 14. Your thoughts?
Finally, Carson Wentz ain't did nothing this year.
When the last time Carson Wentz did anything?
Exactly. It's been they try to give Carson Wentz credit because he plays with no talent. But whose fault is that? It's the Eagles organization's fault. Y'all keep bringing in Deshaun Jackson. I love Deshaun Jackson. He can't stay healthy. Alshon Jeffrey, can't stay healthy. Zach Ertz, out. Offensive line, out. Exactly. I don't know what to say. Carson Wentz trying to play Superman and throwing into traffic. When it works, it's amazing. But it don't work all the time.
Yeah, so Keyshawn said this morning.
Double cover, see what happens. He might catch it, might get picked. That's not what you do.
He be out there throwing prayers.
Exactly. And it works. That's why I said 1 prayer a game. He throw 4 prayers a quarter. And 2 might work out of 12. The problem is Carson Wentz makes too much money.
He ain't hungry no more.
Oh, yeah.
I say forget about it. Philly ain't winning a Super Bowl no time soon.
Yeah, well, the problem is you can't trade him because it's dead. If you trade him, it's on your cap.
Wow.
When you guarantee somebody a contract in the NFL,
you gotta pay him.
You gotta pay them, and if you trade them, it's still on your salary cap.
Wow.
Unless you trade for somebody with equal pay.
Gotcha.
Basically, that's how it works. Which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So I think he lost his job this year. Next year we can talk about it. Ain't no point in you starting the rest of this season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta see what Hurts gonna do the rest of the year.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta see they draft him in the 2nd round, so you might as well.
Right.
And what's the name's job is on the line. So Doug Peterson, I would think.
Definitely. They got a clean house. They don't make it to a certain level this year. They got a clean house.
Well, because you can't clean in with the quarterback, you got to clean with the coach.
Right.
You can find coaches like that. You can't find a quarterback like that.
Nah, you're right.
Yeah. And it's cheaper, a lot cheaper.
I wasn't gonna talk about the coach, but I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna save it.
For when?
Let's talk about your Vikings real quick.
Oh, okay. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Vikings 6-6 in the 6th seed, you know what I mean? Right there at the they're the 7th seed, I believe. They're right there in the playoffs position, you know what I'm saying, right now. Of course, they got the Cardinals snapping at the heels like a chihuahua.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I honestly think, based on Kyler Murray's inexperience, they'll put up a fight these next couple games, but I honestly think that your Vikings are going to pull through.
I hope
it's going to be close, but I think they're going to pull through.
I need to know the Cardinals' last games. I know they lost. I had Cardinals in the playoffs, but I know they lost a lot of games. And they lost 3 out of the last 4.
Yeah, they lost games. I put money on them.
They're making me look good, and then I don't know what happened.
And they made me look bad. I'm like, oh no, we can't be having that.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I hope the Vikings do make it because we've got an easy schedule. Outside of today, it's pretty easy.
Right.
But actually, not outside of today. We got New Orleans too, but we got Chicago and Detroit. So I mean, that should be 2 wins right there.
Yeah.
If we could beat Tom Brady, it'd be great.
I'm hoping for you. I'm rooting for you.
I'm hoping so too. Because
That's your playoff
Tampa Bay are
position right
still in
there.
the playoffs either way.
Yeah, you gotta get through
Because
TB12.
Tampa Bay's in the playoffs because they got it easy. Oh, after the Vikings,
Falcons
Atlanta
twice,
twice, and
Detroit
Detroit.
Lions, and the Vikings. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
So all they gotta do is win 3 games and they 10-6. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping as long as Kirk Cousins don't mess up nothing, it's possible.
Captain Kirk to you.
He don't get Captain Kirk.
We went through this last year, man. You gotta put some respect on Captain Kirk's name to get the job
He
done.
got his respect last year, and he lost it all in 4 weeks this year.
You say he lost it on in 4 weeks.
He lost it in 4 weeks this season. It kept getting worse. It went from 1-0. Oh yeah, 1-1. Oh, 1-2, 1-3. What is going on? Stop losing.
Yeah,
He lose big and win big. That's his problem. He like to lose a lot of them and then win a bunch of them in a row. What? That does not make up for what you did.
No, but if you get y'all to the playoffs, we can at least say, okay, y'all kept the right guy.
He got to give him out the first round. He got to win a playoff game. Then we can talk about it.
Just keep raising the stakes, man.
It's gonna keep raising him. He raising them because he pisses me off.
Let's move on so you just can chirp a little bit. Brady, Bucks, they're fighting for a playoff spot right now. Your thoughts?
Like I said, whichever one they do. If they lose to the Vikings, I think they in either way. Lose to the Vikings, Atlanta, Detroit, Atlanta.
I agree. I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. Say it again.
You did. There we go. Okay, it went out for a second. My bad.
What you saying?
The screen was tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, like I said, I think Detroit's in there. Tom Brady and them, they come out for bye week, so I don't know what to expect this week.
Okay.
When you get a week off, it could be good or bad. Long as my problem with the Bucks are.
Right.
Antonio Brown's my problem. It's not really his fault either. More Brady's fault. Like, Brady, you got all these weapons here. You got to use them all, not just one or two of them. Use all your weapons. Antonio and Gronk are your main two options.
He's suffering from what we call an abundance of riches. He got too many weapons.
Yeah, exactly. And he goes to his own reliable. Gronk and then AB.
Yeah, instead of Evans and Godwin.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get all the Godwin, Evans, you got Jones, Fournette, you got all them. And he throwing picks like Pick City when they lose. He throw like 3 picks a game when they lose.
Wow. Of course, the part you've been waiting for. I know I've been holding on as long as possible.
You have it. And not just me. I think our viewers need to, everybody needs to hear that.
Let me sit down for this one, man. I was looking for my water. I ain't got my. Oh Lord.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody on this. Hey, you said when they hit 8.
To the Indianapolis Colts.
Phillip Rivers included. You respect this man.
Oh man, to my Indianapolis Colts.
You respect this man.
I'm from the city, man, so I gotta do this. I gotta do it. Congratulations to the Indianapolis Colts for proving me wrong this year. With instead of giving Jacoby Brissett, who I felt deserved the money, you gave it to Phil Rivers. Very questionable move. Very suspect. Very hard to understand.
I can see why you say that. I'm not saying it wasn't.
When I pulled up his stats and what he did with the Chargers all those years, never went to a Super Bowl, never won one, never almost won one. The Phillip Rivers signing just seemed like a slap in the face to a black quarterback. So I was never a supporter of the move for obvious reasons. You're paying a washed-up quarterback, at least he was reportedly getting $25 million for that, for this particular year we're playing right now. I didn't feel like he was worth that much.
They're not 8-8 though.
No, they're not.
And they're going to the playoffs, right?
And I do mean if the Vikings don't make the playoffs and the Colts do, we're going to have a serious conversation about Kirk Cousins and Phil Rivers. That's a whole debate in itself.
For who?
You taking Melvin Gordon or not? Are you taking I'm sorry, Philip Rivers
Over Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why I said Melvin Gordon.
Yes, I'm taking Philip Rivers over Kirk Cousins.
Why?
He's done more than Kirk Cousins has.
And what is that, sir? What has he done?
I ain't saying Philip Rivers ain't a turnover machine like Kirk Cousins either. But I trust I'm not Philip Rivers. Kirk Cousins cost you the game in the first 30 seconds.
Your heart said the truth the first time. You said Philip Rivers.
No, I meant Kirk Cousins, though.
But you said Philip Rivers, though.
I meant Kirk Cousins. I slipped. I don't trust Kirk Cousins.
Fraudulent slip.
Philip Rivers more than Kirk Cousins.
Oh, okay.
If Philip Rivers was on the Vikings, we would be in the playoffs. If Kirk Cousins was on the Colts, hello, where you go? Kirk Cousins was on the Colts, they would be in the same scenario right now as the Vikings.
Come on, man. Oh, come on, man. You're making this harder than it has to be.
I'm just saying.
On behalf, I'm gonna just get this out the way. On behalf of the Colts organization, Jim Irsay, who I still think was drunk when he signed this contract or under some type of influence, Philip Rivers and all 9 of his kids. On behalf of GTA Sports Network, GTA Heat Check, this is Ty Slatter saying, I apologize.
There we go.
For saying you were going to go 8-8. I said that based on – I'm sorry.
At best 8-8.
I'm sorry?
You said at best 8-8 too.
Come on, man. It's already hard enough to do this as it is.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm just throwing out the caveat of what I heard at the beginning of the season.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Then we can talk about it. All right. I'm sorry I said the Colts were going to go 8-8, or as you just try to point out, only at best going 8-8. I said it week in and week out, and yet and still the Colts proved that their defense is not only top 3 in the league, but their offense is capable of getting the job done.
There we go. They look like that was hard on you to say that. Like very hard. Like painfully hard.
It was about as painful. Real talk, if I had to make a comparison, it was just as painful as me losing my final playoff spot in fantasy football to Kira Gilbert. Shout out to Team Gilbert for getting, for managing to pull off a huge upset. It wasn't a blowout game or anything, but just the fact that our team was able to sneak up behind me in the last week of our fantasy season and steal my playoff.
She said she the champ. She was the champ last year.
Yeah.
Oh no, she was second last year. She said, but she made it. She got lucky too because she didn't have no quarterback. She had Dak as her quarterback, and he got hurt. All the Niners got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, when Kangar Mike injuries killed me this season.
Injuries killed her. It killed half our fantasy team.
Yeah, I was struggling to find production in other areas to compensate for Kangar Mike and others.
Join me. I barely scraped in. My start was the only reason I made it. I started off like 4 or 5-1 or something like that. It was rough the last few weeks. I'm like barely in there.
The fact that I was able to make it 6-6 at the end was dope. It was a great comeback story, and I thought that I could slide into the playoffs, which I up until literally.
It's a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson.
Yeah.
It's a good way though to start though. Your first one. At least you went in last.
I was not.
Second to last one, none of that.
I was not.
He was in the middle. Just having to be some better teams out there.
Yeah, unfortunately. Before I forget, free Deshaun Watson until Deshaun Watson is free. My brother.
Oh man.
If you saw those tears, those were grown man tears after he lost that Colts game.
Yeah, because he like, what else can I do, man?
It was so
What
close.
What else you want me to do? He literally has zero.
You gotta get out of Houston.
Zero help, man.
You gotta get out of Houston.
Yeah, zero help.
They screwed him. Bill O'Brien royally screwed him. But it's okay. Because when it's time for him to demand a trade, we're gonna be right there supporting him all the way through. And I hope he lands on the team. Because his talent, his field vision, his accuracy, his creativity, and the way he's crafty when he needs to be. He makes a team that, like Houston, look decent when he has nobody out there but JJ Watt.
Like, he got minimal help.
He literally has nobody. He don't even have Will Fuller out there now. So he
he got minimal help.
Makes the team look better than what they should. I think the only person out there that's relevant on offense outside of him is Duke Johnson.
Yeah, Duke and both Johnson. I guess Duke and David. His right.
That's it. That's really it.
He turning water into wine out there.
And almost beat the Colts with nothing.
Nothing. He out there making heroic. Speaking of heroics, he makes the team better.
Not that he didn't get paid a decent check or anything, but Deshaun Watson. Now that's somebody I would sign to a 5-year, $226 million deal.
Oh, absolutely. He got somewhere near that.
Y'all call him playoff P. I call him way off P. I need him to take notes. Look at Deshaun Watson to understand what $226 million should look like.
Right.
You ain't it.
Damn.
The fact that AD did the Lakers a solid and took the 190, 5-year 190.
He let LeBron get his contract.
Okay, that's fine. But Paul George should have been like, you know what? I had a bad season. I was injured. Load management.
Why would he do that?
I was mentally stressed and depressed.
Why would he take? Why would he
I don't deserve the 226. Can you give me like 180, 170?
Yeah, he ain't wasn't gonna do that.
Selfish, just selfish. But enough about that. Tom, I think we giving him more than enough to marinate on.
Oh yeah.
So let them know where they can find you at, champ.
Instagram, Tone_Fresh08.
You can follow me at Top Slatter, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to GTA Sports Network, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, GTA Sports on the YouTube, GTASportsNet.com. And until next time, it's Top Slatter. We out.